Hello, I'm probably riding my bike. A few weeks ago in Tokyo, I was curious what bikes were parked in the bike parking of the shopping mall and was rewarded with this beautiful Rivendell Atlantis. I had to leave a little note. I really liked its clean, sporty look, and I'd like to reenact it on my own. Kind of the same vibe it was when I first got it. So I picked up some Bluelug Nitto Jam Bars, a Bluelug Kamiyuma, nicely wrapped by Jackie. And I'm back in Seoul now, ready for a handlebar swap. I always think it's really cool when people set up their bike and just leave it like the same setup forever. But I'm not that kind of person. I always like to change things and tinker. For me, it's all part of the fun of having bikes. The current touring setup with the full racks and fenders is really cool. It's the time of year where most people are putting their fenders on, but thanks to the dry Korean winter, I'm taking mine off. You might think it's unnecessary, but I like the change, and I love the feel of a lighter bike without racks and fenders. As my friend Jeremy would say, sport mode. And once you've installed fenders and racks once in a bike, they're easy enough to take off and put back on. These will inevitably be back on in a few months or so. Also, any chance to wear my dungarees to cosplay as mechanic. The Atlantis I saw in Tokyo, it turned out it wasn't the first time I'd seen it. The owner messaged me after I left their note, and I'd actually met him outside Paddler's Coffee a couple of years ago. I remember enjoying a delicious coffee at Paddler's, one of the best cafes in Tokyo, and I came outside to see another Atlantis parked next to mine. So we bonded over our Atlantises. But back then it had some Bosco bars, and he had quite a different setup, so I guess he's just as addicted to swapping handlebars as me. These Billy bars I currently have one of my all-time favourite handlebars, so I won't be getting rid of them forever. Maybe I'll try them on another bike. Today's bar swap is relatively straightforward. I don't have to change the cables or anything. Just take off the shifters and the brake levers. The stem will stay with the bars. I'll keep the bell too, even though it's kind of superfluous here. The jam bars are extremely wide, for me anyway, so I need a 4-bolt stem to hold them in place a bit stronger. Jackie at Bluelug Kamiyuma wrapped them so well. Took me a little while to get them ready, but they're looking good already. Just a light adjustment at the moment. I'll tighten them up later and make any adjustments that I need. I quite liked the packaging of these WTB grips. And I ran out of alcohol, so I'm using some aftershave to put them on more easily. I guess Atlantis deserves to smell nice too. Also, it's not really a waste. I've kind of gone off wearing aftershave nowadays. The final adjustments of the bars, I'll probably adjust out on the ride too. But just got to get it ready and roadworthy. I'm loving the sport mode look already. We're pretty much good to go. Final touches of the bell. And I can't go without some kind of bag. My Hitchcower Design stem bag. And I stuck the saddlebag on too. A couple more layers, and I was raring to try my new bike in sport mode.
Why?
A handlebar swap day basically feels like a new bike day. I think swapping the handlebars is the thing you could do the most to make your bike feel different and refreshing. These feel a lot more mountain bikey. I think they'll be fun when I ride off-road with this bike. But for now, they're just as fun cruising around the city streets of Seoul. It's about time to go down to a cafe. There's plenty down here in Hannam-dong, past Milestone, which is probably the busiest, especially for people who like taking Instagram photos. I'm heading down further to one I don't go to so often, but it has good coffee. Surrounded by construction, like most of Hannam-dong, we're at 33 apart, or 33 apartment. I've just been here a couple of times in the summer to sit outside, but they have some space downstairs in the basement to drink coffee too. Quite a cosy little space on a winter's day, and I got myself a latte. Of course it was delicious, like most of the coffees I have in Seoul. It's amazing to have so many on my doorstep, so I could try a different one each day if I liked. And I like to do a little loop around. You've got to get at least one hill in. So we'll start climbing past the protesters, the pro-martial law, pro-Yoon protesters outside his house. I'll let you make your own judgments on them. I'm pretty sure the local residents are happy he got arrested purely just because they can sleep and the streets are quieter now. This bike is by no means light, but now it feels so light and sprightly. It's super fun to climb up the hills and explore around the local neighbourhood. It's made for touring, and I think it's at its best fully loaded with racks and fenders and all the bags. But sometimes I just want a lighter city explorer that can just zip up hills. This bar swap might start a chain reaction or domino effect of all my bikes getting different handlebars. I'll also have to put the fenders on one of my other bikes, because you've got to have at least one fended bike. Or mud guards. Apparently I'm meant to say, being from the UK. The hill of the day almost done. Before the voiceover I watched this video with my wife, and she was just so confused why I would go this way home. It's just fun. Cycling up hills is fun. And you get to cycle down, which is even more fun. Quick bike check by my favourite bike check wall. I think it looks great in sport mode. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you want to see more. See you later.